Hi Capricorn, my name is Ascending Synergy Tarot. I'll be doing your December love reading, guys. Thank you so much for coming to this channel. I appreciate your energy, love, support, vibes, everything, okay? So let's get right into it. This is for your relationships, if you are in committed relationships, if you're single and dating, if you're in separation, just see how this applies. I'll get as many messages that'll come out. Sometimes it'll come out one linear, sometimes there's multiple different things I see. So this is only a general reading. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly, as Johnny Crocker would say. So anywho, let's get right into it, guys. For Capricorn spirit guides, what are Capricorn's love messages that you have for Capricorn spirit guides? Messages that you have for Capricorn spirit for love for December. Time isn't linear. This can apply at any point in time. This can be environmental energy, which you're surrounded around. So yeah, just take it how it resonates. Messages that you have for Capricorn for December spirit. Messages that you have for Capricorn for spirit guides. Okay, this feels pretty good. Alrighty. Wow. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. This December feels like there's a lot of healing of codependency. With these forgiving and learning romantic feelings and codependency here, it just feels like someone doesn't really, they're very different from you. They have different expectations. They're not your usual type. It's just a lot of differences. Sometimes who we connect with isn't necessarily what we envision. And that's the beautiful part about life, you know, that powerful, mysterious way of how we connect with others. You know, it usually is never what we seem for it to be, but it's the exact moment where we realized how connected we truly are with others. I feel like if you guys are single and dating, this is definitely a time to kind of disconnect with yourself and kind of see what it is that you are essentially looking for. There's a lot of healing that's taking place from past relationships with the past life relationship here. There's someone that's still kind of yearning for your energy, or vice versa. You're still kind of yearning for that energy here. But there's a lot of healing that's taking place, whether it's you or a romantic tie that you have here. Again, going back to the single energy, I feel like someone is healing. It's healing childhood trauma, mother and father related issues, things that really benefit. Love is being benefited to us, given to us as like this prized possession when someone really forgives their parents. Really understanding the concept of understanding where, you know, someone could have really didn't emotionally fulfill you as in terms of a parent, and really understanding why they really came up short in terms of nurturing you, because now you're starting to see, like, when you start to retract and retreat, it's like you see, like, man, the last relationship or the last relationships that I've had, you know, it really kind of reminded me of the healing that I have to do in my family structures and things that I might still have a close connection with. It just seems very deep. Like, I feel like for some of you guys, Capricorns, it's like once you kind of disconnect from like what you feel like is the one for you, which essentially I do, it's like very vague here. It's interesting. It's you guys know each other. You have past lives with a partner, but both of you guys, I feel like both of you have to disconnect and realize there's a lot of healing that is here inwardly for just you or just them. Yeah, there's a lot of learning experience just forgiving your parents. This feels very like the experiences that you have in terms of what happened in the past allow you to have better moments in the present. Wow. And again, you know, with romantic feelings, this feels emotional. This feels like finally allowing your emotions of how you feel about other people to come shining through this disconnection, through this retreat that you both are in. Whether this was a huge disconnection, years, months, days, it's because you guys may perhaps had attachment issues, and this was the root of maybe the issues that you guys could have had with each other, depending on each other to the point where y'all had to disconnect. There had to be a retreat. There had to be a disconnect so that healing can take place, I feel like, for both of you guys. And realizing sometimes your romantic partner, your soulmate, is not what you think it is. And allowing yourself to kind of free yourself from anything that I believe right here in terms of, I do feel like someone's coming back in your life. They're really healing and healed. They're actually healing from, I believe, situations that they really encountered. And it's now they're starting to see, man, like I really tried to free myself from you, Capricorn, where through this moment that you guys had separated, you know, they went through like a really transformative state. And I feel like that's the same for you as well, where, you know, you're returning to a past life relationship that fully changed. You clearly have evolved in so many ways that it's like you guys recognize each other, but like from a very different, fulfilling, healthy, more mature state. I see here. It's actually really beautiful. So let's get more information here. I definitely see another energy here where someone could have released you or freed themselves from you and realize going exploring or seeing their shadow side or seeing the things that they have to evolve from. They realize, wow, losing you was a loss for them. They realize the asset that you essentially are, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. So let's get some more information here for Capricorn spirit guides. Here. It could be involving in Sagittarius, or you have Sagittarian placements. This definitely, yeah, this feels very evolving. This this energy is evolving. Both of you guys, one of you guys, again, if this is in committed relationships, yeah, shoot, this could involve a Scorpio. And also, yeah, this could involve a Scorpio or Sagittarius. But for the most part, there's been so much transformation that both of you guys have encountered to the point where, again, with Saturn here in the middle, which is the rulership of Capricorn here, you know, it's really a part of you that signed up to disconnect so that you can kind of ascertain the lessons. What have you been having as a duty or habits? What habits that we might transform out of? What habits are we learning for our lessons that master ourselves? Like, what kind of habits do we have, right? where it allows us to be a little bit more thoughtful and magnetizing, and also mastering ourselves. This feels like complete mastery of energy. And I feel like someone could have been in your environment where, yeah, this this feels like you guys went through some deep shit, deep transformation. Like, you know how you're burnt from fire or burnt, like drowned by water. It definitely feels like you guys you got purified on all levels with that yang energy and that yin energy, that fire and water. You've been drowned in your emotions emotionally, and also you've been burned by the fire, but that fire purified you, brought you into a more authentic space, understanding what integrity truly is through these lessons that have been ascertained. And it's only when you disconnect and kind of be with oneself, and I feel like both of you guys are doing this, being as though this is in the middle, the energy that you two share. You guys both are embodying this energy of what I would like to manifest, the dreams that I would like to have granted for myself, the idea of integration, social, and occasions. I feel like some of you guys are going to, yeah, and 11th house is indicative of Aquarian energy, which modern astrology will equate that to Uranus energy. Suddenly, I feel like at social occasions or some kind of social gathering, you see your past lover, or they see you, and boom, you guys instantly, there's some sort of instant connection again through all of the things that you guys have individually grown from, and having that kind of conversation and kind of going into what you guys have learned throughout the years of disconnection, or throughout the months of disconnection here. So let's open up the tarot here. This is actually extremely interesting here, guys. I feel like you guys you've been through it. There's a lot of powerful energy here, and intense, very intense, but the lessons from it, this karmic cycle, you've learned what to pay attention to. It has also affected your everyday life. Yeah, I'm getting an energy where you guys are paying attention to what you put your time and efforts in, and had to kind of like scale back and put some of that attention and duties and obligations for yourself here. Yep, Capricorn energy here. Making a decision because you're going into, again, there's definitely a change of perspective that's needed here. Again, self-sacrifice. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, making a decision to kind of just be on your own. Disconnecting. This is a lot of coins energy, so it definitely feels earthly, where you had to physically disconnect from someone. You had to make that decision for harmony, just to create some sort of balance for yourself in your life. Yeah, because and guess what? It happened through unexpected events. Something that was divinely orchestrated. With the Tower card here, this was divinely orchestrated. This is positive. This is change for the better. Capricorn, this was change for the better. Something unexpectedly just come crashing down. But lo and behold, this is the very energy that was needed for you to get back into a more independent state. If you guys were battling with codependency, this unexpected event allows you to get more into your independent state. I do feel a heavy Virgo energy here, So you could be dealing with someone who has Virgo placements, or you yourself have those, and also Pisces energy. This is a sense of responsibility. You have a responsibility to yourself, Capricorn. And because of you feeling as though that you have a responsibility for everyone else, something drastic happens to the point where you have to start giving that energy to yourself. And this was a very important decision that needed to be made here. I feel like this feels like a Capricorn. This feels like was you, or this was the energy of your other partner, or someone that you're separated, where they too are going through an experience. And it feels like you guys aren't together. This definitely doesn't feel like a present relationship. This feels like something that has already ended. Someone is making a decision in their life also of being more independent, more self-sufficient, more reliant on their self, more, and this is beautiful energy. You know, this isn't, you know, we got Scorpio energy in the middle here with Saturn in 6th house. These are energies where we have to learn a lesson of what possession, like how possessiveness can really, possessiveness and codependency isn't what love is. And I think that's what you guys are learning in December, where, you know, this isn't the right dose of what love essentially is. And kind of like allowing yourself to detach and kind of focus more on yourself, and realizing trust here, understanding what trust essentially is, what loyalty is. And it's like I don't know, this is interesting. What you're like dedicating your time to, anything that you felt like you had to dedicate to possessiveness, you know, you're learning a big old lesson in that right now. And I love that the suspension card here, which is our Hangman, you know, this is the change your perspective. This is allowing us to know, like, okay, this is a time to, I sacrificed myself so much because of the sense of duty I have towards others. And it's like you had to kind of retreat and realize my sense of duty is to myself. I'm not, you know, I feel like some of you guys feel responsible for other people, and you had to kind of take some of that energy back so that you can put it in yourself here. I feel like when you do that, someone feels defeated. Wow. Okay. Wow. Capricorn, this is crazy. Because I feel like once you make these decisions for yourself, it's like very imperative to know that someone else doesn't see the positive attributes of kind of retreating in terms of healing oneself, in terms of healing and forgiving our parents, and also, again, I just feel healing and learning experiences are needed here. You know, someone has to understand what it means to be faithful to themselves, faithful to others. And faith isn't just like, oh, I'm going to go cheat on this person. Faithfulness is like, I know I have enough faith in my partner, or I have enough faith in this person. It's like a respect for your partner and for yourself, where someone wants to kind of detach, to kind of reassess their life, like help them kind of feel more oneness within themselves. And I feel like with this energy in the middle, it definitely feels like when someone makes that decision, someone lashes out here with the Five of Blades. Someone feels defeated here. And I'm sorry, this bottom energy feels way different than this top energy. So I feel like there's two different individuals here. It could be involving a Scorpio with the Death card here, or a Pisces. It definitely feels like a lot of water-based energy. So it could be someone is over-consumed with their emotions. Something that they just, there's some sort of lack of transformation that has taken place in one or another individual. And it's like, it does feel like a lack of growth. It feels like someone doesn't know how to appreciate someone else. Whether that's you not appreciating another individual, or this is very well you feeling the lack of appreciation from another person based off how much you have already like given out of the sense of responsibility for them. And you have now had this euphoric, this kind of aha moment where it's like, I'm not responsible for them. This is really based in possessiveness and jealousy and distrust and intense emotions. And the lesson is, what am I not serving myself? And I feel like once you like start to like make some decisions for your own independence, someone, it doesn't agree with it. Someone even, with the Five of Blades, it's like they feel like you could have defeated them of some sort. And I think there's some sort of miscommunication. It's weird. This bottom energy feels defeated and they can't move forward because of perhaps something they feel like you've done in a battle of some sort. Like with the battle, they could feel like they're on the losing end or they lost the battle. And this top energy is literally just changing their perspective of, I need to stop being so responsible for somebody else, and I need to start kind of becoming a little bit more independent for myself. And again, through this Tower moment, through this divine intervention taking place, things that you or another individual had no control over, it was because of the fact that someone just doesn't, this is an energy where we deliver love. Love is just a word, right? I don't think too many people understand what love is. That's why we have all of this healing energy here in your reading, with the healing family issues, the forgiving and learning, the retreat energy here. This hangman energy is definitely a healing energy. The 11th house is indicative of healing and following our dreams and our aspirations. It definitely feels like divine intervention had to come in and step in, because there's a lack of love. Someone does not know what love is. They can say that they love, but their actions don't show love. There's a lack of vulnerability here. Vulnerability, reciprocity. Both of you guys could in fact be encountering this, but I do feel like there's one partner who doesn't connect with their ability to transform, transmit, and because of, they just feel defeated. Someone just feels completely defeated to the point where they don't feel like they can kind of have this rebirth stage in their life where they can kind of tap more into their emotional body and fulfilling body. They could have moved on to another partner, even, and then they realize that this lack of love is still going to come up for them. This lack of someone withholding love. Again, there's not enough love even if they have moved on. Again, this feels like a past relationship. This is someone who have moved on and again haven't received again this love for again, it just doesn't feel equal. They don't feel that equilibrium of love. And then again, I'm getting this big old reconciliation energy here from someone who feel like they had missed the opportunity out on you. And they're walking away to get to you. It could involve a Taurus here. But this definitely feels like someone wants to walk towards stability back with you, but they have to walk away from something that I believe that is very emotionally unfulfilling for them. Um, and again, I feel like even in their particular life, whether it's you or them, you can apply it how this fits, where something divinely orchestrated happened that's out of their control, where they would have to actually start understanding what it means to have an equal level of energy fields. What does it take to have that balance between harmony between two entities here? Okay, so I'm going to pull some crystals here. Yeah, I feel like somebody is so grateful. Yeah, this feels... Yeah. I feel like in terms of just life in general, this feels like a life lesson, Capricorn, where, with the life purpose on the end here and expanded awareness and manifestation, there is this time period in your life where there's a growth spurt, and it happened to allow you to be more grateful to have the faith that you have, or them understanding what gratefulness and gratitude essentially is, no matter what the situation called for. I feel like another individual really have to have the courage. Someone is trying to muster up the courage to come back to you. Okay, someone feels like you are their dream come true, and they needing the courage to kind of like really say to you, hey Capricorn, I love you. You are everything that matter to me. I want this stability and relationship with you. I realize I have withheld my emotions for you because of my own personal battles with the fear of abandonment or possessiveness or my controlling ways or things that I have learned when I was growing up. I really love you. Like, it just feels like you both have like a really great connection together. You have learned a lot from each other. But I feel like this disconnection have allowed both of you to get better habits for yourself. Better habits in terms of the lessons that you have already ascertained from either each other or separately, to kind of understand what true joy is. Joy is really not being as like so serious. Understanding the importance of light body energy here. With Opal, I will read to us. Yeah, that's a lightening up of energy. That's someone to lighten up, to have fun, to remember the pure essence and organic nature of what it means to feel joy, and just really allowing you to kind of experience pure essence of your soul together. This also activates our thymus and allows us to enter a sacred space of love and joy, spontaneity, the flow of life, encouraging us to engage in a vibrant energy with each other. This connection that you guys had together, or this definitely feels like a separation, that through separation you analyze your habits, you analyze the things that we paid attention to, and now we're coming into a space of understanding to lighten up, to relax, to meditate, to manifest, understand our life purpose in life. Some of you guys are actually stepping into your life purpose. And when doing so, there's this individual here that has also been healing, that's really looking to come back in. I don't necessarily see this individual in December physically coming back unless you guys see each other in some sort of social setting. It feels like someone is still trying to muster up the courage to find the words to really express how much they really do care and love you, Capricorn. But I definitely feel like they're still, not saying in a lower consciousness or of that nature, but I just feel like someone is still battling with a lot of different things that it's time for those situations. I feel like they're in decision making time, or you know, in that decision making time where it's time to just let something go. And it feels very healing when that happens here. All right, so let's get some advice here for my Capricorns. Okay. Wow. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Look at that full moon. It's a full moon right now. Wow. This full moon can be really affecting you guys to the point where, you know, a lot of things are being just let go with ease and grace and love and dignity for yourself here. And making a decision knowing that I feel like some of you guys are just getting to work on your pursuits, your life purpose, what you love, what you want to mature and maturate. And this tower moment had to happen because, again, there was just a lack of love, substance there. The love of each other and, you know, just a lot of different things that weren't coming from like a loving space. It was coming from a very possessive space. And, you know, this change in perception that you've had and needed to have, you know, it was because you just felt defeated. You know, someone just kept to you. And it's like, I have no choice but to kind of move on my own independently because there's a tower moment that's waiting to happen at any given second if I don't. You know, and, you know, I feel like this is very, like, an important role for you. That's very well needed here. I feel like someone just has to mature and learn from like a very deep level of what healing essentially is and just being in deep gratitude. I feel like one individual just really has to understand what deep gratitude is and just being grateful from those different type of spaces here. I feel like another individual, if you guys are single, someone is like dying to talk to you because they definitely feel that connection that you both have and they're not emotionally fulfilled. And they really realized that connection that you two shared really was emotionally fulfilling for them. So I'm going to stop there, guys. That's all the messages I have for you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this channel. I appreciate your energy and support. And if that did not resonate, you can always get a personal reading. I have the link below, ascendingsynergy.com. And yeah, check me out. All right, take care. Bye.